details, including from released hostages, indicating that Hamas held hostages at the Nasser hospital in Khan Yunis, and that there may be bodies of...
Okay, and apparently, yeah, there's bodies of the hostages in the hospital. You guys ready to debunk some bullshit? All right, so first of all, your intelligence collection and analysis and synchronization process is done completely through AI, and it basically just dropped a population heat map of Gaza and just dropped bombs on it. So it's not sophisticated at all. Second point, you didn't get any information out of the hostages about where other hostages are because hostages don't know anything because they are intended to be released and debriefed by you guys. And Hamas has clearly demonstrated that they're good at running a tight ship and maintaining operational security because you have not killed or captured any significant leadership in the Gaza Strip. And if you have, you failed to prove it.
Ground. Over 85% of major medical facilities in Gaza have been used by Hamas for terror operation.
Are we making up numbers? It sounds like we're making up numbers. Also, are you going to use the human shields argument? Oh yeah, you're going to talk about how they're hiding the hostages there, which is why you should do this. Shoot a frigging tank round into the hospital where, your hostages might be hiding. I think that's a good way to rescue them, right? And remember, the Palestinians sheltering in Nasser Hospital are not human beings. They are human shields. So, what are you going to do, right?
Hospital.
Listen to his voice and hand
This
movements.
sensitive operation was prepared with precision.
Yeah, so someone's definitely prepped him and trained this guy a little bit because he's got the hypnotic voice and hand movement things going on. Anyways, they're saying, special forces are going to go in there and do a precise operation. Maybe as precise as the one Sunday where they, murdered 67 to over 100 civilians, including children. Apparently rescued 2 hostages, but killed 2 to perhaps 8 other hostages in the attempt. So I think we can expect that type of precision.
For patients or staff to evacuate the hospital.
No obligation to evacuate the hospital? Well, you sent him in there as the messenger for that and then executed him. So, okay. Now we're going to talk about opening up a humanitarian corridor so innocent civilians aren't implicated while the IDF allows protesters outside of the crossing to block aid coming into the Strip. And you've made a slew of unproven accusations against UNRWA, the main facilitator of aid into Gaza. But y'all have been trying to get UNRWA defunded and discredited and abolished for decades.
Coordination with international organizations.
And I, of course, don't know what international organizations he's referring to because it's not the UN, UNRWA, the WHO, Red Crescent, Red Cross. So, we've been monitoring the situation for the past 14 days. There's been sniper attacks, quadcopter attacks, destroying roads and transportation infrastructure around the hospital, and of course, flooding the surrounding area with sewage water. And of course, in your Telegram channels, you added an addendum to this whole statement. Further to the IDF spokesman's statement, a message was currently sent to the families of the abductees through liaison officers. At this stage, there is no concrete information about the presence of bodies in the hospitals in Gaza. If relevant findings are found, the families will be informed immediately. The state of Israel and the IDF continue to make every effort to return all the abductees home, which, you could just do with a ceasefire, but whatever. Their entire rhetorical strategy for their information operations is based off of accusation and retraction. Oh, there are bodies in the hospital. But there might not be. I do think it's significant that they keep mentioning the bodies. It's almost as if they're prepping the population to accept that there will be a lot of bodies now, and we're not going to be getting a lot of hostages back. So we, of course, know all of this is BS, but it's not for us. It's honestly not necessarily even for the people in Israel. It's in English, man. It's for people in the West. And a lot of people in the West will believe it because they want to believe it. And he's speaking in calm, measured, gentle, mellifluous tones. But it's all lies. And the ICJ hearings resume Monday. And in the meantime, they're going to try to check off the last hospital in this part of the Strip. And after that PR goal is accomplished, the invasion may commence. I'll try and do a video on the Egyptian buffer zone later today. Stand by for more updates. Cheers.